Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook Y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're really glad you're here. We hope you enjoy these weekly What's for Dinner videos and get some ideas for things to cook at your house. We'd love for you to hit that red subscribe button. We are back this week with a brand new week of some easy and delicious meals. We've got a couple for you in the Instant Pot and something new that we tried. Hope you enjoy this week's video. The first meal we have for y'all this week is a favorite in our house. It's made simpler by using rotisserie chicken, which I didn't have. So I took some water, added some powdered bouillon, some seasonings like onion powder and garlic powder, some salt and pepper, and then I poached my chicken breasts on the stovetop. In the meantime, I had some corn tortillas that I chopped into small pieces that we're going to use in this recipe for chicken tortilla soup. I also diced up a lot of onion, as fine as I could get it. In my small Dutch oven, I heated it up and added some olive oil. Then I put in the pieces of the tortilla and the diced onion, start sauteing that, and then we start layering in flavor, first with garlic and then with some dried spices, a whole lot of cumin, some chili powder, and a couple of dried bay leaves that we'll remember to fish out at the end. I'm going to go ahead and toast the spices and start sauteing the tortilla pieces and then add 3 cups of chicken broth. This is half the recipe for just the two of us. After I toast the spices and add the chicken broth, we're going to bring it to a boil and then let it simmer for about 30 minutes before we add the chicken and the rest of the ingredients. Except I got distracted and forgot to add the tomatoes. Then we will bring it to a boil. We added the undrained diced tomatoes and some more seasonings. My chicken had cooked and then cooled, and I chopped it. I actually really pulled it. I prefer the consistency of just some pulled chicken. And we did remember to fish out the bay leaves towards the end. After the soup is simmered, we will add the cooked chicken in towards the very end, mix it in and let it all heat through. In the meantime, my favorite part of this recipe is the crispy tortilla strips on top. So I take more of the white corn tortillas, cut them into strips, spray them with olive oil spray, put on some kosher salt, and then toast them in the toaster oven. And I like just a splash of lime at the end. Chicken tortilla soup. It's one of my favorites, mostly because I like the toppings, the little crispy tortilla strips on top. We will also garnish it with sour cream and some Monterey Jack cheese. If I had avocado, I would add that on top. And most people would probably add the cilantro, and I'm sure you could probably add green chilies to your soup. I don't like either of those, just a personal preference, so I'll leave them out. It seems like a soup and salad kind of day, so I'll show you a quick picture of our bowls. Chicken tortilla soup is what's for dinner tonight. Tim's a happy camper. We got him some ribeye steaks, so he's got a big ribeye. Hopefully that will be several meals worth. 2 pieces of salmon for me today and tomorrow. Big salad to split. And we've got baked potatoes, and Tim's got some sauteed onions to go on top of his steak. Not exciting for the rest of you guys, but for us,
pretty exciting.
Pretty exciting. Tim, needless to say, is over the moon about his steak. I'll show you a quick picture of our plates. Maybe he won't eat this all in one sitting. That's what's for dinner tonight. Tim was perfectly happy with his ribeye steak leftover, so I took this opportunity to try something new for me. I thought about making something with lentils, but I had a sweet potato that needed using, so I did kind of my normal. I chopped it into chunks, seasoned it with Italian seasoning and chili powder rather than the chili flakes, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then roasted them in my air fryer. I took some bacon bits from a bag and crisped them up on the stovetop, fried an egg, and then took some of my homemade ranch salad dressing and layered this all together, and this was amazing. You will see this again soon for me in an upcoming What's for Dinner video. It was delicious and it was filling, and I'm hungry for it again right now. This is definitely a Tim kind of week. First his big ribeye, and now I took out a package of ground beef and browned it up. The actual recipe, original recipe, calls for dried minced onion. I'm sure you could use fresh chopped onion. I've just always followed the recipe. Then you add some garlic powder and salt and pepper. I also added some of my favorite salt-free steak seasoning made by Weber. Sadly, I can't find this anymore except for a 3-pack on Amazon for $17, which I'm not going to pay for. Then you go ahead and add some ketchup and mustard to give it a cheeseburger flavor. And y'all know me, I don't ever measure, or not as much as I should. It looked a little dry, so I added a little bit more ketchup and mixed it all together. I kind of smushed it, wanted to make sure it stuck together. I got a cup of water in the bottom of my Instant Pot and then started building the cheeseburger tortilla pie. I sprayed the bottom of this little small, I think it's a 7-inch springform pan. I actually picked up this one at my Home Goods. It's a Zinker brand. I bought it to make cheesecakes, which I have yet to make, although I still hope to make a cheesecake one day. The cheeseburger tortilla pie is 3 layers, a flour tortilla on the bottom, then a third of the meat mixture, then some grated cheese. We had some freshly grated Colby Jack, and then we love pickles, so I add a layer of pickles and repeat that 3 times, ending with either the cheese on the top or the pickles, which we love. I covered the top loosely with some foil, and if you'll notice, I do have it on my favorite new Instant Pot accessory, which is this red sling from OXO. It makes getting things in and out of the Instant Pot so much easier. You can just drop it in, and then the handles fold together and snap together. I was not coordinated enough to hold the camera and do it at the same time, but you get the idea. We'll let it NPR for 2 minutes. I'm going to let it rest about 5 or 6 minutes so it'll be easier to cut.
What is this?
Big unveiling. This is your dinner. Cheeseburger tortilla pie.
Should I eat a pickle off?
You can eat the pickle, but it's a springform pan, so can you just undo it and it should take the hinge. And we will see if it's set up and if it's cuttable with a knife. Ooh, doggy.
Kind of swinging?
Tim,
Yeah.
that's not funny. If you drop my dinner, we're going to sunk. Can he do it and not tear it up? Oh my, I'm worried. Oh my, I'm
1,
worried.
2, 3.
Oh, my camera work's not very good. Yay! Off the springform, off the trivet, and we will cut it. Just have a big salad. I'll show you a picture of our plates. Instant Pot cheeseburger pie is what's for dinner tonight.
Like a pizza?
Sure. A little gooey. May should have let it set up a little longer. We recently made a big trip to Sam's Club. We got their brand of the crispy chicken strips to try. Also picked up a 2-pack of fresh sliced mozzarella. I used the first package making some chicken meatballs in the crock pot, and we wanted to try making fried mozzarella slices instead of sticks with the second one. I set up my breading station. I double dipped on the flour and the egg and then put it in a mixture of breadcrumbs and panko for the last layer. We put the chicken strips in the air fryer. Alexa, set a timer for 6 minutes. I didn't have any peanut oil, but I had this avocado oil, which is good for high heat. So I filled my preheated skillet full of the avocado oil and then put my breaded mozzarella slices. I cooked them more on the first side, probably about 2 or 3 minutes. I just kept checking, lifting them up with a spatula to see if they were done, and then flipped them when they were ready. It was so much oil, these little boogers slid around, but I got them flipped. Alexa, set a cheese timer for 1 minute. They're probably done, but I'm going to put them back for 2 more minutes, which will be 14 total. Tonight we're just having a very large salad. Tim's has tomato on it, pretty much everything I had. Left a little room on the side. We will probably have the chicken cut up on top of the salads. I'll leave that up to Tim when he gets in, see if he wants it on the side, and I made some extra for another meal, for sandwiches or wraps or another salad. And my first ever time to try frying my own mozzarella. We will see if this is edible or not. Tasty. I do have a few more slices and some more marinara to dip it in. So I will make up our plates, show you a quick picture. Fried chicken salads with fried mozzarella is what's for dinner tonight. Some of the Kroger brand thick sliced market and mill bread. When I've got thick bread, I love to make French toast. It's just the regular easy traditional method. Beaten egg, some milk, some vanilla, and some cinnamon, fried up in a little skillet on the stove. We are having breakfast food 2 ways tonight. Tim's got a little bit of biscuits with a whole lot of his butter and syrup, sausage, fried eggs. I missed him flipping the eggs in the pan without a spatula. And his ever-present cheese that he has with all his breakfast food. I made me French toast, sausage, and blueberries. Breakfast food is what's for dinner in our house tonight. Get out of the way. Oh, gee. I can't flip eggs like that. Golly, Pete. I don't know about y'all, but I have so many recipes pinned at Pinterest. I decided to pick one and try. This was for an Instant Pot oatmeal bites. I had the little egg mold, silicone mold pans that I haven't used much, and all the ingredients, instant or quick cook oats. She used brown rice flour. I used whole wheat, some seasonings, some fresh blueberries, some eggs, cinnamon, sugar, things like that. So I got busy and started mixing up the ingredients. First thing was to mix all the dry ingredients. Since I only have one mold, I did cut this recipe in half, so I used a half a cup of quick cook oats, the wheat flour, some baking powder, some cinnamon and salt, got the dry ingredients mixed up, and then switched to the wet ingredients, 2 beaten eggs, some brown sugar, and a little bit of honey. I'm sure you could use maple syrup. I mixed up the wet and incorporated the dry in with it before folding in the berries. The original recipe called for frozen berries, but I had some fresh blueberries that I just gently folded in. I sprayed my silicone egg bite mold really well with cooking spray so they wouldn't stick, and then I filled each cavity about 2/3 of the way full with the oatmeal mixture. The lid with my mold is not silicone, so I've sprayed a piece of foil with some cooking spray and then flipped that and put that on the inside and loosely covered the pan before I inserted it on the red sling into my Instant Pot to cook. I tried again to show you guys how to put it together, and I've showed this before. I have a separate ring when I cook something sweet as opposed to something savory. I picked this recipe to try because I love oatmeal. I eat it every morning for breakfast, especially this time of year with fresh blueberries. These oatmeal bites look delicious. I put a little powdered sugar on top, and then we both tasted them, and I remembered now why I don't like things that are baked in the Instant Pot, because they're steamed, they're heavy, they're dense. We did not enjoy these, and I will not make them again. I would try them in the same mold in my air fryer next time. We had some fantastic meals this week. I'm pretty sure Tim would pick this ribeye as his favorite of the week, and I did get a taste of it. It was delicious. He got 4 meals out of it. I adored this sweet potato with crispy bacon and fried egg on top. And we both love this Instant Pot cheeseburger tortilla pie. Thanks so much for stopping by our channel. Let's cook, y'all. Hope you have a wonderful and truly blessed day.